Hello, my name is Sherri Achillea and I'm here today to talk to you about Hampton Court. Hampton Court is a palace in England. Now, there's many palaces and castles in England and I've seen a lot of them, but Hampton Court is the most beautiful palace that I've been to. It has such a rich history inside and out, and it just blows me away. It was built back in 1515 by Cardinal Wolsey. It is said that he spared no expense on this palace. It was a present to himself. He built it along the River Thames. He used the glittering reddest brick with black diamond shapes and the whitest joints. He also had the most chimneys in all of England. Everyone talked about how beautiful this palace was, so much that it got back to King Henry VIII. Now, King Henry VIII came to Cardinal Wolsey and he said, "A little birdie has told me that you're building a rather grand palace along the river." And he said, "But your Majesty, I was keeping it a surprise for your birthday." Now, why did he say that? He said that because he knew that King Henry VIII would probably take the palace from him anyway. So rather than him take it, he gave it to King Henry VIII as a present. And in doing so, King Henry VIII added more rooms onto the palace, making it grander than what it already was. He built more kitchens. It is said this palace has about 6 to 8 kitchens in it. So when King Henry VIII threw parties, all of these kitchens were used. And they were used, and the people that worked in them, they slaved over the kitchens and cooked abundance amount of food to feed all the people that came to King Henry VIII's parties. And all they were given in return for pay was beer. Also, King Henry VIII, he took the palace and he filled it with beautiful things. When you walk into the palace, it's just amazing. The grand hall is covered in tapestries along the walls. These tapestries were put up for his firstborn son, who did die at an early age. But one tapestry is worth one battleship. Can you imagine that? That's amazing. And as you go further into this palace, it has art along the walls that is just amazing. The beauty of this art that goes over 500 years. And it's just, as you go through this palace, the rooms, they tell stories about how the king lived his life through the years and the kings after him. And it's just breathtaking, you know, to see how people lived back then and how times have changed. It's almost like time stood still as you walk through this palace. So, you know, and as you go outside there, it just gets more amazing, and you wonder more and more how times were back then. And I mean, there's a tennis court that was built back in the 1620s that is still used today. There's a golf course. He even had a jousting area. King Henry VIII was really into sports. There's the largest grapevine that is still there today that puts out between 500 to 700 grapes per year. There's also the maize that was planted back in 1702. Can you imagine? And it's breathtaking. I mean, a nice sunny day walking through this maze, it's just wonderful. I mean, I just love it so much. And it's just, words can't describe sometimes how it makes you feel, whether you're inside this palace or whether you're walking around outside. It just takes you back. I really, really enjoy Hampton Court. And I hope that someday you get to enjoy it just as much as I do. Thank you very much.